Welcome everyone to Totally Online Gaming Group. We're glad you guys could join us. Sorry we're a little behind on getting things going and having some technical issues, as it has been a while since we have done this, since I have done this. And of course things won't be perfect when we get back, because why would they? But anyway, anyway, we are here. We're glad you guys could join us. And as always, we got to give a shout out to our sponsors, Critical Hit Gaming Supplies. They are a locally owned here in Central Florida, family owned company. And we actually just got back from Gen Con this last week, and we will be with them at Dragon Con in Atlanta at the end of this month over Labor Day weekend. So if you're going to be in the area for Dragon Con up in Atlanta, come join us. Come see us, say hi. And we may even have some of those amazing TOGG dice trays available for you guys to get. So hit us up for that. But also check out their website, www.criticalhitgamingsupplies.com. And if you see something there that you like and you decide, hey, I'm going to buy that, make sure you use discount code TOGG15, that's TOGG15, and you'll get 15% off your purchase. Other sponsors, we also have FanRoll. Check them out. They have some great dice, some great miniature, what are those things you roll dice in? Dice trays, that's the one. Dice trays, as well as other shit that is really, really cool. Go check them out, FanRoll. And we will have the links available in the descriptions of the live stream, as well as in the video when that gets posted. So follow the links for FanRoll, and if you see something you like and you purchase it, you'll be helping support the channel. And last but not least, even though they're not here, Jen and Zach own SideQuest Cards and Games. They have some really awesome stuff, including some really cool like home products that are, tabletop role playing centric, like some cool candles and stuff like that. You got to check out their stuff. They got some awesome stuff. Go to SideQuest Cards and Games, and they do have a discount code of TOGG. Use that, and I believe you get 10% off with that, if I'm remembering correctly. So go check that out, and leave them a message and say, "Hey, we miss you. Come back. Quit your day jobs and join us." So that's that. Does anyone else have any other announcements that they would like to share with the group? Oscar, anything about your business?
No, we're still starting up. You guys can find me at 3D Omega Prints. We're doing custom prints jobs, and currently, right now, we're working on some personal projects. I am currently 3D printing a human-size Gundam helmet that I'm going to trick out with LEDs, full abilities, full neon lights for the next convention.
That's badass.
Pretty
You guys
cool.
should see the Iron Man helmet that he did. That also got LED lights and stuff like that. And if you're tricking out this Gundam helmet, dude, we got to get some video of that thing. Post that up when you're all done. All right.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna post the process.
Hell yeah. All right. Are there any other announcements that anyone else has? Yes, no, maybe
Don't
so?
think so.
All right. Well, then, without further ado, we bring you Atavar Ascension. Okay, and we are back yet again. All right, so where we last left off, Tomer, captain now of the Alabaster Dragon, one of the ships that is, well, we'll say in the possession of the Dragons of the Sea, as well as Leon and Patch, are out to sea on a voyage, heading north.
Mm-hmm.
Tomer plans on taking them as far as he can, but eventually we'll have to drop off the others somewhere along the coast on the eastern side of the continent. But at least it will cut off quite a long ways of their journey, as it will definitely save them some time. But then Tomer will be heading on his own business. And with
That dick.
Persephone, yeah, I know. And with Persephone nowhere to be found, Gold off on his own, dealing with some demon hunting business.
The whole
And now
operation's falling apart.
Yes, and now Tomer taking off. Only Leon and Patch remain. Yet, that is not so just at this moment, as escaping from a ghost ship, or at least not really engaging, and defeating the Merid. Their ship continues their journey to the north and slightly to the west as they make way eventually towards the shoreline. Based on what you see and your navigational aids using the sextant to figure out your position and everything, Tomer, you figure you probably got another couple weeks of journey on the sea before you will finally make it to where you're going to drop them off.
Gotcha.
It's not a hard journey as far as you know, but the sea is unpredictable. Things happen. Creatures show up.
Cruel mistress.
Yeah. Creatures show up. The weather gets bad. You can never count on any one thing to be predictable. So, that being said, if I can get this to play nice.
Roll initiative.
No, not just yet. But what I will need you to do is, as each day goes on, we are going to go kind of around the horn, so to speak, one at a time, and have you all roll percentile. One per day. To see if anything interesting happens on your voyage. Okay, so first off, Leon, go ahead and give me a percentile roll.
All right, that is an 83.
Ooh, interesting. Go ahead and roll a 1d20, please.
1d20, oh boy.
Sea Dragon. Oh, we're
3.
Really? Okay.
Terrace.
This is an interesting one. Okay. This is going to be an interesting one. So, go ahead and give me Leon, since it's yours. Actually, before we get to that, why don't you all tell me what your daily routine is? Go ahead, Tomer. You're the captain of the ship. You start. Tell me, how do you handle the day?
Making sure everybody's doing whatever they need to do on the ship. Making sure that we still have rations if we have to supply or scavenge from other ships. Getting to know the people of the crew just to figure out who does what, to make sure I can assign. So I can assign basically like a head to that section. So like if there's a leader of the people that are doing all the cannon work, there's one gentleman that I'll assign to be like under me in that direction. Just making sure the ship is running smooth and sailing and that we're not missing anything. Okay. And in my leisure time, I'll probably be talking to my second in command to figure out who runs which ship, so I know already advanced ahead of time the information that I need to talk to a specific person when we get to our final location.
Okay. All right. And then the nighttime, evening time, do you typically leave it up to your men to deal with stuff at night and you sleep? Or do you spend any time awake at night?
I spend a little bit of time
during the day, that's...
Yeah, I'll spend a little bit of time just to catch up with my group, so my original friends like Patch and Leon, just to catch up with them, make sure everything's okay with them. But yeah, I will leave my second in command to basically rotate with me and watch over the ship and the stern as I go to sleep.
Okay.
Norman.
All right. So that is your routine. So you basically, you kind of throughout the night, you you get some rest, but you do end up um, waking up, for a couple hours here and there just to check on things, kind of swap out with the guy who's at the helm, give them a little bit of a break, and then you switch back and go back to sleep. But during the day, you're up and about doing stuff which makes perfect sense. Um,
Yes,
oh,
sir.
thank you, Anonymous, for gifting a sub to Brandy K. Swore. Awesome.
Nice.
So
Nice.
appreciate that.
Mm.
All right. Anyway, continuing on. So, Leon, what do you do during the day and
Leon
during the
would
night? But what's kind of your routine?
Leon would probably just be trying to help out wherever possible. Any kind of task that could need a set of extra hands, he would try to be there for. And during the night, he would definitely try to set up a watch before he got his rest in.
All right. Okay. And Patch, what about you?
About the same, honestly, but also just kind of looking out at the open sea, seeing what he can see, because
Okay.
he finds it interesting. But other than that, just helping out where he can, or yeah,
Okay.
nothing too crazy.
All right. In that case, all three of you can give me perception checks.
All right.
All right, first perception of the evening. Let's go. First one was a very good roll. Other one was also a
Unnatural
very good
20.
roll. 25.
Ooh, 25 for Patch. What else? What other rolls do we have?
I got an
17.
unnatural 20.
Okay, one at a time. Leon, what'd you have? 17?
Mhm.
And Tomer?
Unnatural 20.
Okay, so, all right. Leon, you actually notice it first, being that you were the one to initiate this. But what you notice, it's just odd. It's a nice day out. There are some clouds in the sky. Nothing heavy, nothing ominous, but some nice white clouds, floating by in the sky.
Ooh,
It is
on that
not.
note, real quick, sorry to interrupt. Another thing to add for flavor. It's been a little while. I apologize.
No
I'd be
worries.
using Druidcraft to see the weather.
Right, and for today, what you got was a pretty average day of weather. Like nothing super eventful. Some clouds here and there. Partly cloudy. No rain that you can speak of. Moderate wind, which is good when you're sailing. You kind of need that. Um, and you know, intermittent. Between the clouds, the sun will pokes out, and it's relatively bright day. Which is what you find odd, Leon, when you look upon the distance, looking out towards the horizon, and you see what looks like almost like electrical sparks jumping from one small
Hmm.
location to another. They're small, they're hard to see, but they do seem to be getting either closer or bigger. You're not sure which. You're not sure if you're getting closer to them, it's getting closer to you, or it's just growing in intensity. Tomer,
All right.
about the same time that Leon seems to be staring off towards the horizon, towards where you're going, you look in
Mm-hmm.
that direction yourself. You see what looks like little sparks, lightning jumping back and forth. You do not know what to make of this, but it definitely appears like it is getting closer, in your opinion. Patch,
Ooh.
you happen to be looking over at Leon, seeing what he's doing, and notice he's just kind of staring out into space, straight, to where you're headed.
Hmm.
And so you look out that direction, and your keen eyes, you pick up, these are like lightning bolts jumping back and forth between something. You happen to notice that there is a little bit of something sticking out of the water, almost like some kind of fin. And this lightning spark seems to be jumping from one fin to another fin. And based on the distance, which you gather is probably a good, 500, 600 feet away, these things are moving. And they're either you're going real fast and catching up to them, or they're coming towards you at the same time. But there's definitely two.
Things.
There's definitely two. Because they seem to almost be moving independently of each other as the sparks kind of bounce back and forth between them.
All right, Patch is going to go, and he's going to, if Tomer's nearby, he's going to walk over and kind of tug on his coat and point.
Yeah, what is it?
There's something coming towards the ship. It's got like electric and stuff. I wouldn't know anything about that. I won't even try to roll a knowledge of nature. That would be completely beyond.
That would be a nature check, so you could roll that if you're.
Yeah, but it doesn't really make sense if Patch isn't really studied on sea creatures.
Okay, fair enough.
That'd be metagaming.
I would allow Tomer to make a check, just a straight nature check, even if you're not proficient, just because of your time on the sea and perhaps of hearing stories.
Ooh, big fat +0. Got it. That's a 6.
That's a 6. All right, with a 6.
Oh boy.
I would like to help by saying, "Come on, Tomer, think harder."
Yeah, that doesn't do it. That does not do it, unfortunately.
It might. You never know.
Come on, do better.
But with that, as you're looking out upon there, you're like, what the hell is that? And it's getting closer and closer.
I'm going to tell my second in command to get ready just in case.
Okay. After about another 30 seconds going by...
Man, the harpoon.
Yeah. After about another 30 seconds going by, the distance between you and them has halved. You figure they're going to be up on you, whatever these things are, within about another 30 seconds.
I'm going to tell whoever's in the monkey's nest or the frickin' the crow's nest. I'm going to tell them to basically see what they can figure out, or if they know any more knowledge than I do of whatever the heck the lightning storm is. And if not, we're going to start like manning down the hatches on the ship because I have no clue what's going on.
Okay. All right. They have no clue. They've never seen this before. This is something new. At least new to them.
I'm gonna yell at everybody on the ship. Does anybody know what this is? Come on,
please,
I need answers, people.
All right, I'll give it a chance that someone knows. Let's see here. Okay. One of the youngest guys on this ship, clearly like cabin boy type, thing. He has zero responsibility, just straight, you do lots of work, lots of the manual labor, the stuff that nobody else wants to do because we're going to put it on you because you're the youngest dude. Mm-hmm. But you see his hand sheepishly being raised as he kind of looks towards you.
Speak, boy.
It could be a lightning serpent.
Is that
I'm gonna look at Patch. Have you ever heard of a lightning serpent before?
Patch, give me a nature check.
Because I have no freaking clue.
nature. Shoop. 14.
14. Okay. You haven't studied a lot of sea creatures, but your village wasn't far from the coast.
Oh, okay.
So there was, the occasional. I mean, you did look up some things, mostly on like species of edible fish and stuff like that. Hey, what could, if I went out to the coast and we wanted to get some food, what could we get, kind of thing. But there were some things that were kind of interesting that you came across. You didn't read a lot about them. You kind of skimmed past whatever book you were looking through, because again, your focus was on more practical matters. You didn't plan on going out to sea, so why would you care about the dangers of the open ocean? But you do recall, as you were flipping through in this book about sea creatures, the name lightning serpent and a picture that you saw. That picture is now emblazoned in your brain. It is this huge snake-like creature. It is literally something that, from the picture and the little tiny drawing of a man next to it for scale, you know that this thing probably, is like, 15, 20 feet in length, if based on the picture, 15, 20 feet in length, and has fins sticking out all over it, including a huge dorsal fin that it looked like there was drawings of lightning bolts along them, like they were coming out of it and arcing all around it. It was one scary thing.
Oh
Other than
boy,
that, you don't
this
know
is
much.
one of those.
You think it might be based on the kid said it might be that, but who knows? He's a kid. How much could a kid know?
Well, I mean, if it is one of those, we're probably going to want to start steering another direction.
Yeah,
Those things are kind of bad news, and it looks like there's two of them. So, like, would I know anything about relatively how feared they are?
Nope. That's all you knew.
All right. Well, they're
All
probably
you knew
bad
about
news.
all right. Everyone below deck who is not either manning the sails, the ammo for the cannons, or anything like that, so no one else gets hurt. I need you to all bunker down. I'm going to try to lure the ship away from that storm or try to cut around it, whatever the hell it is.
As you are
I'm going to look at my
as you are making the speech and talking about them, they are getting closer and closer. And in fact, it's probably been about 15 seconds since that check. They're now, what you can see, large dorsal fins, 2 of them, sticking out of the water, approximately 100 feet or so away. And they seem to be splitting, as in one kind of angling towards the port side of the ship and one angling towards the starboard side. And continuing on. And between them, now that you can see, even at 100 feet away, these things are big, and they're probably a good 50 feet away from each other, like that much distance in between, and there is lightning arcing every once in a while between their dorsal fins.
I have a quick question.
Okay, I have a quick answer.
Since the end of last session, have we gotten a long rest?
Yes, you have.
All right.
You are fully rested.
Okay.
Long rest.
Okay.
Oh yeah, let me factor that in. Let's see.
What the hell are we gonna do?
Yeah, Patch is watching nervously over the side, like, they're getting closer.
Is there a way? I'm gonna see if we can pick up any speed to try to sail away from them in the direction that we're going. But
I am gonna help
doubt
with
it,
that.
because they're probably pretty quick. I'm just gonna say, loosen the sails.
I'm gonna
We gotta
cast
rush away from
dust
these
into the
things.
sails.
You're gonna cast
Ooh,
Gust into
smarter.
the sails. Okay, that'll. How long does that spell last?
It's a cantrip.
Exactly. So
I could just keep reusing it then.
yeah, but it doesn't quite get you a lot. I mean,
I mean, I could
you
cast
you
a gust
gain
of wind as well.
yeah. Let's say you gain half a knot
Oh, it's
of
that weak.
speed. Gust is not very strong, and I mean it's meant to be like an instantaneous whoof. This happens every 6 seconds. You know, if you're recasting it each turn. So it's not really strong enough to do that. That's
Where's
not what
my
it was
gust of
designed
wind
for.
spell?
All right. I'm gonna use my Macfui Mid-Citern to cast Fly preemptively.
Okay. Yeah, you estimate you have about 2 turns before these things will be upon you. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of go around the table here and see what everyone does. So Leon, you're using one of those 2 turns to use your bardic instrument to cast Fly.
Yep.
Patch,
Hang on,
are
I'm
you going to
fixing
do
my
Gust of
spells. It
Wind? Or are
looks
you
like
doing something else?
yeah. For some reason, Thunder Wave was on my sheet.
Yeah, you need to
Where's
fix
Gust
that.
of Wind? I mean, it's a spell I have access to. It's just not one that
Yeah.
I've ever used. I'm not really sure why it was
Would
there.
that work?
Oh my god, Gust of Wind is a level 2? Ugh.
Yep.
Alright, well, that one would be prepared instead of Thunder Wave, so, oh, maybe I had it because I don't have any other level 1 spell. Oh, well, that's a problem for later me. I
Yeah.
cast a Gust of Wind
So you're going to cast Gust of Wind. Okay.
into the sails, trying to speed us up.
Okay, what's the duration on that one?
Up to 1 minute.
Concentration up to 1 minute. And what does it say as far as
A line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasts from you in a direction you choose for the spell's duration. Each creature that starts its turn in that line, that's not going to be relevant because it's going to be aimed more towards the sails, unless there's a dude on the sails.
No, there's not a dude on the sail. There are dudes up in the rigging, but not like on
Not
the
for
sail.
long.
Yeah.
Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 feet of it. Every 1 foot it moves when moving closer
Okay.
to you.
Okay, so with that amount of force from the wind, I'll say that does give you a boost to speed, which sends you quicker towards them.
He's not turning the ship? Oscar, what's going on here?
I'm turning the ship. I was waiting.
I'm getting to Tomer. So what are you doing? Turn
I'm
one.
waiting until patch releases so I can turn the ship and try to get us away from them.
I can
right, which way
change
you
the
turning?
direction of the wind as a bonus action, so.
Well, you still have to, have the sails going where it goes. So you still have to angle the rudder of the ship, which is what Tomer's doing. So, all right. So now Tomer sees you unleash that. You move the rudder. Correct?
Yep.
Which way are you going?
You said that they're like pincering the ship, right? One's coming up from the front, one's coming up from behind.
No.
Or
They're both in front of you. One of them is heading to the port side, and one of them is heading towards the starboard side. So basically, think of it like this.
Port is left, correct?
Yes-ish.
I remember that because I remember the trick where they share the same number of letters.
Yeah.
Port left.
Yep, exactly. But port is the left side when you're facing front. Okay, facing towards the bow. Okay.
So it's their right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're right because they're coming at you. But both of them are in front of you about 100 feet. There's about 50 feet between them. And so one of them is kind of heading towards your port side. One of them's heading towards your starboard side. So they're kind of splitting like that. And because they're arcing lightning between them, think of it kind of like this. If they were the end zone and there was lightning going across the end zone on a football field, you're driving straight towards the end zone.
Yeah.
Okay. So and now Tomer turns though. Which way do you turn? Port or starboard? I.e. left or right?
I'm gonna go right and try to curve around them to not get caught in the lightning in the middle of the boat.
Okay, so you're going to try to go hard starboard.
Yes, and I'm going to tell everybody to hold on.
Okay, so that is turn 1. Now, this is what happens because of your actions in turn 1. Leon, you can now fly.
Yeah.
Congratulations, your spell worked. Okay.
Yeah.
Patch, you increased the speed of the ship. So you turned what would have been 2 turns before you got to them into slightly less, and the only reason it's only slightly less is because Tomer turned. If he hadn't turned, you would have lost this next turn completely. But
I'm trying to get them in a surprise round. Trust me.
Yeah. Well, Tomer made a sharp turn to the right, so it takes a couple seconds for the entire thing, ship to actually swoop that way. But because it's such a hard turn, and because of the added speed, I need all 3 of you.
Boy, this sure seemed like a good idea at the time.
To make dexterity saves. Tomer, you get to make with advantage because you're holding on to the helm.
How does it make sense that I have to make a dexterity save if I'm floating?
Well, actually,
you
that's
just
true.
get left.
You don't. You're flying. You're flying, so you don't.
Okie doke.
Okay, but Patch, you do, as well as every other person on the ship that is on the deck, which there are 6 others on the deck, so I will roll for them.
All right, I got with lucky footwork, I have 18.
Okay, good. Tomer?
18.
You have advantage. 18? Okay.
Yeah, 18 with advantage.
All right. Both of you managed to keep your feet. Leon, you notice that as you've got fly on you, you're not, it's not like you instantly jumped into the air and started flying.
Mm-hmm.
The ship started moving, and instead of, trying to maintain your balance and stuff, you just kind of let it go out from underneath you because now you can fly, and you just realize, wait a minute, the ship is turning, and you now find yourself flying, but you're over the port side railing of the ship as it's turning, and those creatures are still coming like straight towards where you and the ship are as the ship is trying to turn off to the starboard side.
All right.
See, originally when I did this, I thought that one was coming in from the front, one was coming in from the side, trying to get around the back. I didn't realize they were just pincering from the side. So
no, they're pincering from the front. They're coming at you from the front.
Yeah, but they're getting on both sides, is what I'm getting.
Right. Think of the ship going through water, and think of it like 2 ships that are trying to go and get your ship in between them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those
so
bastards.
They're still, barreling towards you. The other 6 members on deck, one of them manages to maintain their feet. The other 5 fall over and bang into various things, taking some of them some severe bumps and bruises. You think one of them, he's kind of screaming a little bit and he's holding his arm. You think maybe he broke his arm. Because this was some pretty severe maneuvers at high speed. So, stuff shifted around quite drastically.
Oof.
Okay.
We'll take care of him once we get safe.
That's that turn. These creatures are now almost upon you. And we once again go around the table. Leon, it is your turn. You have 1 turn action left of stuff to do before these things are on you.
All right. So I have a question about 2 things. First, I'm currently like above the water, right?
Yes. Well, you're still like above the port railing of the ship.
Okay. Second question is, my character's been on this ship with the group for a little while, and he's not a super expert at anything sailing wise, but he's also not a complete idiot.
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, baby. What is there like a rough estimate he could make of how fast the ship would be able to move, like how many feet per turn?
How many feet per turn? You are estimating that right now at its current speed, you're probably going like 100 feet per turn because Patch has jacked up the speed hardcore.
I hit
All
the
right.
turbo, boy.
Yeah,
So
supercharger.
He said,
We could just get
"Nee."
between them and tank the electricity hit. We could fucking dust them, boys.
Mhm. Well, then I'm not too worried because if I dash, I can move 120 feet in a round with flies. So I will just fly over the center of the ship and try to keep myself at pace with the ship.
Okay, that's all you're doing for this turn.
I would have tried to fly over and smack one of the fish, but I don't want to
Yes,
suddenly get lost in the dust by the ship.
Yep, 11 miles per hour for a sailing ship or 9.8 knots. That's pretty decent speed. So yes, just so you guys know, Demon Gun went ahead and did the math for us. 100 feet per 6 seconds is 11 miles per hour or 9.8 knots, which is a decent speed for an
That's
old
really
wooden sailing vessel.
underwhelming.
Okay.
We're going 100
I'm just-
miles per hour.
Hey, real quick, I'm just gonna do
yeah,
this because
yeah,
it's
like
absolutely precious.
The average sailing speed is 4.5 to 7 miles per hour. Okay.
All right.
And like racing sailboats get up to 17 miles per hour.
Ooh.
So we're going a pretty decent speed then, yeah.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're doing pretty decent. I mean that is, open ocean
We're not
vessel.
winning any sailboat races, but
No, you're not. You're not, but you are a cargo ship. You probably under normal conditions. Yeah, you probably under normal conditions are getting 7 to 8 miles per hour. And right now you're getting about 11.
Yeah, boy.
Okay. So, yeah, it really just depends.
Giving the ship the juice. Hit the nitrous.
Wow. Yeah. You're twice as fast as a person could reasonably run. Yep, that's true. And the thing is, though, unlike a person, as long as the wind's there, it can just keep going with no fatigue. All right, so that is what you are doing on your turn. You're just kind of hovering, staying with the ship. Patch, round 2. Are you still concentrating, I assume?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Anything else you are doing on your turn?
Just focusing on keeping that wind on the sails.
All right. And Tomer.
I'm gonna yell at the crew to tie themselves to the ship with whatever they have, so they don't keep bumping around, to give them advantage on their next check if we have to turn suddenly again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep going course and steer away from the beast.
Okay. By now, you guys are now moving completely perpendicular to the pathway of these creatures.
Ram them.
Which means that you have your port side completely facing them as they are still coming to you. And on this turn now, I do need everyone to roll initiative to find out who goes when. So
Ouch.
everyone roll and tell me what you got. And don't forget to roll for Jonathan.
Ah, that's right. Let me also pull up his stats.
Initiative.
That roll was Garbo.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah,
not too bad, guys.
All right, I got a 20 for Leon. And Jonathan, let me roll that real quick. Jonathan got a 22.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, good news, bad news. Good news is you guys rolled pretty well overall.
I rolled
Bad
10.
news is they rolled better.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
surprise there.
So we got ourselves a 23
Oh, of
initiative
course.
for these guys. Yeah, I rolled a nat 20 for them.
I see.
So that's what happens.
That's what you get.
Yeah. So what happens now is these two creatures, you see them come up to the ship to the port side now. You're moving fast. They're able to get right up on you, and they kind of come up halfway out of the water, and you see these huge snake-like creatures. The nearest you can, describe them as would almost be like giant electric eels.
So what I was kind
Except
of
way
envisioning.
more fins though. It's like they've got fins coming out from every angle, and there are sparks like just jumping back and forth between all these, including between them. And they get up close to your ship, and both of them rear up, open their mouths, and stay there, keeping pace. Mouths wide open. It is now Jonathan's turn.
All right.
Wait, what did they do?
Go on.
It's Jonathan's turn. What do you want to do with him?
Daniel had asked a question.
Yeah, what did the eels do, or the serpents?
They came up to the ship, like their height and everything is such that you know that it's probably only half their body out of the water, but their heads are easily like at the railing, like looming over the railing. Like if you had someone standing at the railing of the ship, they would be looking up at these things, as their heads are right there, and their mouths are just open, like gaping open, and they're like staring at you guys with their mouths hanging wide open.
But they didn't
not
attack?
doing anything else. Not doing anything else.
Oh, wow. All right. Continue.
Okay.
Is Jonathan able to get on the starboard side within 30 feet of one of these things' heads?
I would say yes.
All right. He is going to use his bonus action then to activate his helpful coordinated strike feature, which allows him to use the help action from 30 feet away. And flavor-wise, he is just chucking a small dagger at the serpent, and that'll be his turn.
So he's not trying to hit that, just trying to distract for the help action.
Yeah. And then his
Okay.
main action, he'll actually use the dodge action.
Okay. Very good. And hello, Zach Dice. Hey, homies.
Awesome. Zach's
Glad
here.
you could join us.
At least in chat.
At least in chat. All right. And the next one up is you, Leon.
All right. So Leon is going to fly over to the one on the starboard side and attempt to smack it with his Mithrantine rapier.
Okay.
And
Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
He has advantage because of the helpful stuff, so let's go. Let's see. Yep. That's either going to be a 25, which I think would hit, or... Yeah, we'll go with the 25.
Nope, just the 25. No, Crit Fish did not help you, but at least you tried.
Yep.
So yeah, you hit.
All right, so Leon is then going to expend one use of Bardic Inspiration to do Blade Flourish, Defensive Flourish. So he will be doing...
Okay. And just to clarify, both of these are currently on the port side, or port side, because you turned the start.
Okay, then port side.
Yeah.
And they have not attacked.
They have not attacked, but now Leon has struck one of them.
All right. So from my first attack, it's going to take 16 points of piercing, And
Okay.
six of that, because I use defensive flourish, will be added to my AC, bringing my AC
Okay.
until the start of my next turn up to 22.
Okay.
Then my second attack will come in at if only I was a champion fighter. Yep, that'll hit 27.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And
Damn.
it is going to take.
Almost a nat 20, man.
Yep,
Did you
it's
roll?
going to take.
No, you didn't have advantage that time.
Yeah, I didn't have advantage that time. It's going to take 9 more points of piercing.
Okay.
And then
All right,
Leon is
not
just
bad.
going to hover in front of it with his rapier raised in a defensive position.
Okay, not bad. 25 points in one round. Very good. All right, that is your turn. Tomer, you're up. You're at the helm, so that sets you a little bit farther away. You could get within 30 feet with one movement, but you would, in order to get right up on them, physically on them, you would have to dash.
Don't worry, I'm just going to yell below decks to prepare the cannons to fire.
Okay. And you hear back just a cacophony of shouts and scream and man port side, cannons ready, load, and just back and forth as they are carrying out your orders.
Yep, and then I'll hold it, and then I'll wait until we get it properly in sight and tell them to fire.
All right, excellent.
And
So
I'll stay at the helm.
That's going to be your turn.
Yes,
directing. Sir. Okay, excellent. So now it is Patch's turn. Patch, you still have gust of wind going. You going to maintain that?
Yeah, it's just concentration, but I'm just going to keep that going. I'm going to shout, they didn't actually attack us. We were kind of just going through their area. And am I allowed to ready a dodge action?
Well, you can't ready a dodge action, but you can take the dodge action.
Take that, because the wind is going.
Yeah, and that's just concentration. You don't have to use an action to maintain it.
Yeah, so I don't even know what the dodge does. What is that?
Dodge, that means that any attacks against you have disadvantage, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take the dodge action and just kind of make that fact known. It's like they didn't actually attack us. They just came up and checking us out.
Also means you get advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Right on.
Yes, that is true.
And I will pass.
Okay. Now it is up to their turn again. But before they get to go, the crew now gets to go. And they are following their captain's orders. So they have readied the cannons, and they are holding for the order to fire on Tomer's orders. Just to let you know, they have gotten, that's kind of their turn, is they're doing all those actions, getting ready, and on when it comes around to your next turn, if you say fire, that will happen right then.
All right.
It is now at the top of the round, and the one that you smacked, Leon, seems a little bit pissed off.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I need, let's see here. Tomer, you're by the helm. Leon, you're at the port side. Patch, where are you standing, by the way?
Like center mass towards the back of the ship so I could get the angle on the sails.
That's okay. That's what I figured. I just wanted to hear from you. Okay.
Yeah.
So, the only one in range of this is you, Leon. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
You got it, boss. That is going to be a 24.
Okay, so you are only going to take half damage from this.
Nice.
You still think that they're friendly?
They are now currently defending themselves.
All right, so
how much damage do I take?
I'm still rolling.
Oh boy.
We did cast the first stone, Oscar.
One shot. Well, I was gonna try to say just keep pushing forward and try to speed away
Okay.
from them.
So you take half damage, which means you take 30 lightning damage.
Ouchie.
As,
Damn, if I had failed that, that'd be 1 hit point over my maximum. That's fun.
yeah.
And now I gotta
a
make a con
br-
saving throw for my concentration on fly.
Yeah, as a bolt of lightning seems to just appear in this thing's mouth as it exhales it in your direction, shoots through you, and goes about 20 feet, hits the deck, does some massive damage to the deck of your ship. Nothing, it's more superficial than anything, but it's definitely left a pretty intense scorch mark on there. Yeah, it did not like you. And that was the first one. The
Luckily,
second one,
I rolled a 16, so I do keep concentration on fly.
very nice. That's pretty impressive.
Oh God, that's concentration. That sucks.
Yeah. The next one. Let's see here. I am gonna give eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's see here. Patch, choose odd or even.
Odd.
Okay, so it takes
Him
a
and three of his
bite
friends
at
jump
one.
out of the water and kill you.
It takes a bite at one of the other sea dragons on the ship, trying to handle the ropes and being a little bit close to the port side. And ouch! Yeah, it definitely gets that guy, and I don't even think this guy's has this many hit points, so probably not. Oh yeah, yeah, he gets bitten, and then he gets constricted and crushed to death.
Oh, we're in it now.
God.
And now is Jonathan's turn.
Now it's Jonathan's turn. All right, he's gonna repeat what he did last round. Give the help action, and then take the dodge action.
Okay. So that's his turn. That means it's your turn.
All right, Leon's going to keep attacking. So he either gets an 11 or an 11.
Okay. Oh no! Twice! Ouch! So that will miss.
Second attack comes in.
As your rapier surprisingly bounces off this thing's scaly hide. You didn't think it was quite that thick. It didn't seem to be last when you first hit it, but just didn't have the right angle this time.
Spot. Yep.
Yep. Oh, your second attack hit.
Second attack 22, so that does hit. So I will be using another Bardic Inspiration, Defensive Flourish, same dealio. So it will take a total of 17 points of damage, and my AC is increased to 21 until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use a first level spell slot and a bonus action to cast Healing Word on myself because I cannot take another. I cannot take another one of those.
Yeah, that's a smart move, bro.
Of course, I rolled minimum. Oh well, 5 HP is better than no HP.
It is better than none. That's
you
true.
forgot to tell the dice you were trying to die.
Right. Yeah.
that is
a ritual. You did it.
Remember it is Leon dies in a 4. Come on.
Yeah.
And that.
All right. So
that'll be the end
of
my turn.
Tomer, you're up.
Screw it. I'm just gonna yell fire.
Okay.
Fire.
I need you to roll 4 d20s for the four cannons that actually are able to get an angle on these things. So 2 of them on one of them and 2 of them on another.
Okay.
Crit.
And just give me the straight raw number from each.
Oh, So I got a 17, an 18, and then a 5 and a 4.
Okay, the 5 and the 4
dice giveth
definitely
and
miss.
the dice taketh away.
But the first 2 hit. So the first 2 hit. So go ahead and roll 6d10 damage for those first 2 total. 3d10 each. So roll 6d10.
33
Ouch.
damage.
Nice. So those 2 cannon blasts slam into the one that Leon's been poking at
Yeah.
and do some pretty heavy damage to it. It's not pleased.
I'm gonna question, would I know before this fight began if we have any powdered kegs on the top that we can ignite and throw over the ship?
Well, here's the thing. Gunpowder only slightly exists in this world.
Okay.
It's
well,
not
never
really
mind.
gunpowder cannons.
Okay.
It is an arcane charge that you buy, basically like individual charges.
They're all nuclear reactor powered.
Yeah, sort of.
I'm gonna yell at the crew below, hurry up, reload! We need to fire again!
All right, so, and that is what they will do on their turn is prep to reload.
And then I'm gonna try to maneuver the ship to get at a better angle to get more cannons centered on one at a time to do more damage, if possible.
I would say from your time at sea, you know that these things are big, but the only way you're going to be able to get any more cannons to actually aim at them, because they are right next to the ship, is to get distance but away from them.
Okay.
And still having the side facing. And right now, with the speed that you are getting because of Patch and his Gust of Wind spell, maybe there's a chance of that. But you're not exactly sure. You know,
Got
you're
it.
trying. You're trying. In fact, you know what? All 3 of you give me perception checks.
All right.
First
Perception.
roll is Garbo. Second is also Garbo. 14.
21.
Okay.
17.
All right. Leon, you do notice, which makes sense since you are right up on them, and you have been trying to maintain your position on relatively on the ship, kind of where you're at. You've noticed that in order to stay with them, they're actually slightly falling behind. It's like the ship is right now, with Patch's wind assistance, slightly faster than them. Not a lot, but just enough that you can tell that there is some gap being made.
So whenever Leon would get the chance, if that's on his turn or wherever, he would shout out that we're slightly outpacing them to the crew.
Okay. But you'd also be smart enough that if they did not attack, basically if they used move and then action to dash, so to speak, they could probably easily keep pace with you.
Okay.
But they wouldn't be able to do anything else. So it's kind of like they're stuck in a loop of keep up with the ship or fall back a little bit but be able to attack.
All right.
Okay? So that's what you understood. All right. That was your turn, Tomer. Patch, you are up.
Now, quick question, and I'll undo it if you're not cool with it. I had remembered why I kept Thunder Wave on there. It had been a while since I changed it. Would you allow me to put that back on the sheet and for now?
Only if you tell me why you kept it on there.
What's that?
Only if you tell me why you kept it on there.
It was a thunder/wind based spell, and it was a level 1.
Yeah, so that does kind of fit your theme and everything, so. You know what? Yeah, go for it. All out. Why not? Fun
and I have no other level 1 damaging spells. I was like,
not
I must have had
problem.
a reason. No one else has access. Well, I guess you do, but you wouldn't have changed it.
No.
Yeah. So I am now going to how close are they to me?
You are about 30 feet away.
Are they kind of together on one side, or are they both on separate sides?
No, they're on the same side. They're both on port side.
Ooh, are they both hittable by Thunder Wave?
Technically, what's the spread on it? 15 foot
Let's see.
I believe it's a
15-foot cone. Oh, I'm sorry. In a 15-foot cube originating from
yeah.
there? Okay, I thought it'd be a cone.
You would have to get right up. You'd have to move right up to the railing.
And I will.
If you did that, you could potentially catch both of them with Thunderwave, yes.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to take some of the heat off of Leon as I see he just got fucking obliterated.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I'm going to cast Thunderwave at 4th level.
Okay.
And that is
what is your
DC 15 con save?
DC 15 con. All right.
I'm sure they're plenty good in that, so I'm expecting 2 passes.
That is 2 passes.
Yeah, saw that coming from 84
lowest I rolled was a 13 on the die, so and
yeah.
they got some hella con, so
yeah, I figured big creatures usually do.
Yeah,
but here we go.
They still take some damage.
Don't screw me. Wow, 3 2s, a 5, and a 7. Fuck you, D&D Beyond dice.
Hey, that was 18 points reduced to half, so 9.
9, yeah.
9 of thunder. That is
yeah,
better than
walk
nothing.
To the side and just clap my hands together. Just send a shockwave that hopefully rattles them both. At a 9 damage, it's kind of fucking pathetic for a level 4, but whatever.
That's what happens when you roll low, you know? And they happen to have big saves, so, you know. Just the thing. It is now the crew's turn, and they ready the cannons once again for the next round.
Yes.
All right, the lightning serpents. Yeah, they're not very happy with what's going on.
Of course they're not.
So, the one that Leon has been smacking around attempts to bite him.
All right.
I'm pretty sure a 29 hits.
God damn it, yeah, it does.
I'm sorry, little one.
That is going to be 22 points of piercing damage.
All right, let me make that con save. Oh, I do in fact make that con save with a nat 20, so I'm still flying, bitch.
Nice. And he attempts to constrict you. Ooh, that will miss.
Nice.
That will miss. Yeah.
That would have been fatal.
2 on the die. And hold on, I need to see if he does not. Okay. The other one, however, sees you, Patch, right there.
Come on, kill me.
I'm right here.
Good now.
Yeah, I need a dexterity save from you, Patch.
Oh, boy. All right, and I'm going to take that lucky footwork real quick and put that to work. 16.
You just made it.
Whew. Thank you, lucky footwork, rolling a max out of 4.
All right, hold on.
Take only 86 points of lightning damage now. 8d6? No. 86.
All right, so that is 50 reduced to 25 points of lightning damage.
Oh.
Ouch.
That's a lot of damage.
Must be nice to get good damage rolls.
Jesus.
I'll have to ask the serpent what that's like.
Yeah, now. Patch.
Beg for your
Oh yeah,
on
hold on.
these
Let me
things.
make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, your concentration. You made
There's
it.
a 19 pass.
Oh yeah.
I have
Yeah.
advantage, but I don't think I need it. I'll fish
No,
for
you
the
don't.
20.
You don't need it.
Oh my god, I got it.
Yeah, you quit fishing and got a 20. Damn. But no, you don't need it. Remember, it is half the damage took, so you would have needed a 12 in order to pass. So you got it.
I just got the
All
world's most worthless nat 20.
But I need from you a perception check. Actually, you know what?
Oh
we're
no!
gonna call it an insight check.
Well, there goes my advantage. All right, here we go. Insight. Terrible. 10.
Okay. And
Any chance of avoiding combat just went out the window.
yeah. Well, not necessarily. So, as this thing exhales, it's lightning into you.
First singed.
You are definitely not happy with taking that blast of damage.
Actually, it was lightning. He's probably like all super poofy and staticky now.
Yes, you look like a freaking like someone who's got long hair touching one of those like electrostatic balls in their hairs. You're like all fluffed out. No,
Anyone up for fried rabbit?
He glares at you.
But you actually picked up on something. This thing, as it exhaled that lightning into you, it didn't seem as strong as you thought it would be.
It sure felt pretty strong.
Well, you take just a couple seconds, and you really look at this creature. It looks gaunt, thin. It does not look like it is healthy.
Well, if it keeps up those damage rolls, it's going to be eating good tonight.
That's what you notice. It is now Jonathan's turn.
All right, give me one moment.
Match. I just said it again. Patch takes a mental note of that.
Mm-hmm. Match, patch, batch, snatch.
I was going to say Match takes a pental note twice.
Match makes a. Okay.
Match makes a pental note. I like it.
Jonathan's gonna do the exact same thing he's been doing.
Scream and run.
Totally.
And that leaves it up to Leon then.
All right.
With his
and Leon's gonna do the exact same thing that he's been doing.
Okay.
So either
Keep
a
hammering
21,
away at this creature. All right.
Yeah, 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. That's going to be 18 points of piercing damage, and my AC will be 23 until the start of my next turn. And then
Nice.
bonus action, another healing word.
Okay.
Of course, I rolled minimum again.
That was one attack.
That was one attack, right? Second attack.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
24.
That hits.
To hit. So that will be 11 more points of piercing.
All right, that's what I thought. I was like, okay, beautiful. I thought you did a little more than that.
Beautiful.
Okay. That is your turn.
Yep.
It did not like that. Tomer.
Better not have.
Are the guns ready to go?
They are.
Fire!
All right, roll me 4 more d20s and give me the straight numbers.
Oh, I've never rolled this many d20s before. It's giddy. Oh, okay. I got a 14, a 12, a 7, and a nat 1.
14, 12, and say, well, the 14
the cannon
and
explodes.
The 14 will hit. The 12, 7, and 1 will not.
Man.
Damn.
So give me 3d10.
Okay, not bad, not bad. 13 points of damage.
Okay, and again, that was to the same one that Leon has been pounding on.
Hey, if it works, it works, my guy.
Yeah. All right. At this point, you notice that the ship is... these creatures have been kind of like moving slowly and slowly further towards the aft end as you're kind of pulling away a little bit, because again, you're slightly faster, but not quite fast enough that you can just, outpace them outright. But you notice that, hey, you know what? If they don't, like quote unquote double move to keep up, they are not going to be able to attack this next turn.
Okay.
All right, so that is your turn. Patch.
Yep.
You're up.
Did I get any other kind of motives from that insight check, or they just look hungry, and that's probably why they're jumping up?
They look, yeah. You would say that they, at least the one that hit you, where you kind of just noticed it for a second. They look like they're starving.
Do we have any sources of
I mean,
like
you've got
these things
rations
are
on the ship.
huge?
You've got rations on the ship,
I don't know how many rations would take.
Enough to feed like 30, 40 people for months.
And how much longer do we have on our trip? Was that made known?
3 weeks.
You have probably about 2 to 3 weeks max on your leg, and then you're going to make landfall. Then from there, Tomer, he's probably got months, but more than likely he's going to, be pulling in at different places, getting supplies, as needed. He's used to this stuff. He's been doing this for a long portion of his life, so he knows what to do with that.
And one last question before I take my actions: how bad are these things looking? Besides the gaunt features, are they looking like injured? Was one of them looking bad?
The one that Leon and the cannons have been battering against, it's looking pretty beat up. The other one has a couple scratches.
Are there any like things of food nearby on deck, or is it all below deck?
It would most likely be below deck, but give me I'll say give me a perception check.
First roll. Oh, that's a nat 20. You're not beating that.
Okay.
For a
Yeah,
27.
you do know that you have noticed that on the ship there's usually a couple barrels of like salted pork or something like that are kept topside, mostly just because there's a ton stored below decks, and it's nice to have something topside for when guys are on watch and everything. If they just shit, I'm fucking hungry, I'm starving, grab something real quick out of a barrel. Basically like jerky is kind of what you're looking at. But there's a couple barrels of that kind of stuff, whether it's salted pork or salted fish or something like that. There's a couple barrels of that topside just for that reason. For hey, we're hungry. We need something.
I'm gonna shout. I think they might be starving, and I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna first of all 3rd level healing word myself as a bonus action.
Okay.
That'll be Garbo. Fucking 11.
Hey, better than nothing.
It is better than nothing. And then I want to grab one of those barrels of fish.
Okay. And what are you gonna do with it?
Chuck it. Chuck it straight in between both of them, if I can, or near them.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Ooh, I'm actually pretty good at that. But the dice isn't going to let me. 11.
11. Okay. Good to know. All right. That is the end of your turn. Barrel is in the air, making its way towards where you want it to go, you think?
It just needs to hit in the water. I mean...
Yep. And now the crew are reloading cannons again, prepping, being ready to follow orders of their captain when it gets to the top of the round. At the top of the round, he does not get that. And the one that has been beaten up on Leon moves and moves again in order to keep pace with the ship. He is right up on you again.
Oh, they should no interest, huh?
He can't do anything. The other one moves up, and do they get this? No, all right. And it snatches the barrel out of the air as it, kind of is launched towards the side of the ship, but doesn't make it over the railing. It would have landed against the railing, but this thing with its mouth reaches over and snatches this barrel, crushes it in its mouth, and you see the fish just kind of spilling into it, along with wood and all sorts of stuff, but all spilling into its mouth, and just eats it up, and it like spits out the rest of the barrel, and it sits there at the side of the ship with its mouth wide open. That's its turn. Jonathan, you're up.
It's fucking SeaWorld, boys.
I'm assuming Jonathan would have seen this, right?
Yeah, everyone saw it. It's pretty hard to miss. Everyone's focused on these things.
Jonathan's gonna run over and grab a barrel and repeat what Patch did.
Okay. So he's throwing a barrel over that way. Give me an athletics check.
All right. It's going to be a 17.
Wow. Okay. And,
my barrel was slippery.
Leon, your turn.
Leon would also have seen this, and he's going to disengage and fly over to one of the barrels and end his turn.
Okay.
Fuck our rations.
Tomer.
Eat up, homies.
I'm gonna yell at whoever's still on the top side to help Leon with the fish, and to keep the cannons ready whenever I say, just in case anything goes south.
Okay.
Yar! Throw all the fish overboard, lads.
Patch, back to you.
Well, there's like now what? 3 barrels airborne, or
there's
one extra barrel?
There's 1 barrel airborne. Leon has gotten over to a barrel. Some of the other deckhands have now gone to help, but there's only 1 barrel airborne flying towards him at this point in time.
I'm gonna hold my hands out and seem unthreatening and try to diffuse things with the bigger one, and point at the fish. And can I animal handling that?
Sure, why not? Give me a roll.
Oh my god, you're gonna animal.
19.
Oh shit! Nice. Okay. That's good to know. Okay. So
We didn't come on the ship to make friends, boys.
All right. So the rest of the crew, the guys who are down 1 deck below loading cannons, they're already loaded. They're holding, waiting for the order to fire. The guys topside are now able to move and help. So there are now multiple barrels airborne flying over towards these creatures. And it is their turn. The one that looks pretty beat up, it snatches one of the barrels off the deck, and just kind of slinks down back towards the water itself, away from the edge of the deck. The other one reaches down, grabs a barrel as it's being thrown into the air, grabs it and just kind of twists, almost like catching it, not really fully catching it, but like redirecting it so it flies overboard, grabbing another one that landed on the deck, grabbing that and picking that up, and it sinks back over the edge. And as your ship is now pulling away because they don't seem to be in pursuit anymore, you see them just chomping on the barrels and then just eating all the fish that are just floating, near the surface now. And
okay,
we are no longer in initiative.
Yeah, baby.
The
And I
cartoon
guess
barrel
we just
is
keep
no more.
just lost 2 weeks worth of rations, but
Yeah, about.
we can fish.
Always fish.
Yeah,
I kind of suspected something was up when they did an attack immediately.
So that is what happens on that day. Nothing else occurs the rest of the day.
That's what
You
we
guys
call
go.
Thursday, boys.
Yeah. You guys go to sleep and have an uneventful night, and you wake up the next day. And before we get into the next day, we're going to take a break. So for 10 minutes, we'll be on break, and then we will be back. I will see you guys back in just a little bit. Switching back. All right, we are back from break. Thank you guys for waiting for us. Now, as always, oh, bless you for that sneeze.
Thank you.
As always, I would like to mention that if you are watching us on YouTube, we love all the support and stuff you give us from YouTube. And if you choose to give a super chat or a super like or a super sticker or super, any of those donations and stuff like that,
then Oscar will give you a big smooch.
Yes, he will. No,
No, I'm taking. I'm sorry, bro.
Then if you put something in there as to something you would like to see happen, a suggestion perhaps as to, ooh, what if Leon jumps off the ship, or what if this happens, or what crazy stuff. You know what?
Leon's like,
we are very apt to being persuaded. So if you want to persuade us and have an impact on the game, super chat, super likes, etc. on YouTube, or if you gift subs along with a message of, hey, I'd like to see this happen, or whatever on Twitch, any of those kind of things that are going to help support the channel, we're influenced by that stuff. So feel free to spread your influence and
we accept bribe.
Yeah,
make us do some stupid shit, guys.
Game. Yeah. Anyway, back to the action.
I just thought of something funny. What if they tell Patch to steal your girlfriend?
As the day ends, nothing else happens. You sail away from these strange creatures that you apparently fed. I want to see the DM's chest hair. That's very, very nice. If it was in the form of a super chat, I would consider it there. I know it's you.
So if Terms of Service would like that.
Yeah. We're.
Let's see them.
Yeah, we're not about doing porn here, but
Oh, okay. I see. You said you'd consider it. You wouldn't actually do it, but you'd consider it.
Yes.
No.
Can
If he got I see.
Leon make balloon animals? I don't know. Can you?
Leon might be able to. I personally can't, though I did entertain the idea of going to clown college, kind of as a joke. So there's that.
He can make a snake.
Or a worm.
A worm. Leon can also make a very effective quarterstaff.
Or a sword with no hilt.
He just pulls out. He pulls out the balloon, the one long balloon, and says, "Hey guys, look! It's what we just fought. Isn't that awesome?"
Yeah. All right. So the rest of the day goes by uneventfully.
Mm-hmm.
You eventually get a good night's sleep, albeit people are a bit more on alert at this point in time. But the next day rolls around. Excuse me. And Patch, I need you to roll percentile.
Can I just roll my D100?
That is percentile.
Wow, an 8?
You got an 8.
Yeah,
we're gonna
die. D100.
We're gonna die.
Death, destruction, even.
Unless you'd like me to roll, I actually think I can. Oh wait, there's not even a D100 option in. Oh wait, yes there is.
Yes, there is.
I could roll that in here if you like, but
no, you already rolled.
Fair enough.
You got an 8.
2 terrorists.
This day goes by and nothing happens.
Whew.
His Patch an NPC in our Pathfinder campaign. Yes, Patch is that one rabbit in particular that you pissed off, Rob. Yeah, I'll tell you guys a story about the rabbits in my campaign, Pathfinder campaign later. But it seems to be a relatively uneventful day. It's a little bit cloudier, hence your doing your druidcraft and checking the weather. That day you said, yeah, it's going to be a little bit cloudier, but other than that, really not too bad. And before you go to bed, you check out the weather. Excuse me, for the next day, and it seems like it's slowly but surely inching towards maybe a rainstorm, but not quite yet tomorrow. You don't know if it's going to take a couple days or not, but you figure within the next 2 or 3 days You're probably
I'm
going
gonna
to get a weather
let Tomer know. I was
forecast.
like,
Yeah.
looks like it might rain soon.
Yeah, you're probably going to get a weather forecast within the next 2 or 3 days. It'll say, "Yeah, rain," but at this point you're not exactly sure.
Okay.
But that next day rolls around. Tomer, it is now your turn. Roll percentile.
Oh, baby. I got a 56.
All right.
It's
And,
3 away, boys.
Is it 3 away? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Not that
That
again.
is true. No, that is true.
So, it is. So, this day goes by uneventfully. Again, it does seem like it is getting, the wind's slowly picking up over the last couple days. The clouds are getting a little thicker, a little darker, but nothing just yet. But that's all that happens that day. Don't come across anything. Overall, it's a relatively nice day at sea. Leon, your turn again.
Oh boy. And round the merry-go-round goes. Percentage. That is going to be a 13. One of my favorite numbers.
Yes, it is a very, very good number, as today the clouds are pretty heavy. And it does feel like you're right on the verge. You're right on the verge of a storm. Patch, when you do your druid craft this evening, you do think that there is going to be rain tomorrow. It seems. It might be intermittent showers. Not necessarily super heavy, but you're probably going to get some rain. But that's the only real thing that you get. And it is now your turn to roll percentile, Patch.
Ooh, all right. Let's see.
No big numbers.
Huge numbers.
Ooh, right down the middle. I got a 50. Wow.
Dead on
3
50.
away.
All right.
3
That
away.
is 3 away. So
Yeah.
you get your 50, and sure enough, your prediction was right. As you wake up in the morning, you can see how thick and dark the clouds are, and you can feel it in your bones that it is heavy feeling. Something, it's going to break at some point. And sure enough, in the distance, you do see some lightning kind of playing in the clouds a little bit. It's not heavy, but it's there. And then by about midday, you start having sprinkles come down, and they begin to get a little bit heavier, until you have not a very heavy rain. You're not like soaked to the bone, but it is a constant rain, and it lasts for a good 4 or 5 hours before it begins to lessen, and it still remains fairly ominous and heavy, looking out in the horizon and above you, but the rain itself has kind of gotten to more of a drizzle. It just feels oppressive and wet, but it's not super stormy out. It's just, okay, it's miserable to be in, but it is not dangerous weather.
Okay.
And that's how that rest of that day and that night goes. In the morning, it's still more the same.
Patch stays below deck most of that day, as much as he can help.
And you're seeing more of the same when you do your druid craft that evening. Coming up tomorrow, it's going to be icky and wet and a little bit cold. Not dangerous necessarily, but just kind of miserable weather.
Mm-hmm.
Tomer, it is now that next day. This is the 6th day of the week, or of this week, and I need your percentile check.
Oh, don't fuck me. We got a 76. We're dead.
Okay. I need you to roll 1d20, please.
We're so dead.
Bom, bom.
I got a 19.
Should have kept your eyes closed, boy.
We're so screwed.
Okay.
The monster dice crits on a 19.
Okay, so this storm that has been forming. Patch, give me a straight up wisdom check.
Uh-oh. Let's see. Like a wisdom save or just a check?
Just a check.
I'm just going to roll insight then because I can click it easily, and that's just a +4. Oh my gosh! That's a nat 20.
Okay. You
3 in a night,
realize,
baby.
yeah, you realize that your prediction last night, you're not so sure of it anymore, because as you look upon the sky this morning, while it's only kind of drizzling right now, there is some roiling motion in the clouds that gives you a little bit of pause, and like the hair on the back of your neck is like, this could be a bad storm. And as you are thinking that, the rain begins to get heavier and heavier, and within minutes, the seas are now starting to just roil back and forth. Waves are getting quite large. I need everyone to make dexterity saves. And Tomer, I need you to make an athletics check to maintain control of the helm and hold on to that thing as this storm seems to almost pick up out of nowhere.
Okay. Got it.
Most unfortunate. I got an 11, even with
Okay.
lucky footwork.
Leon,
I got. Okay.
what'd you get for a dex save? Also roll for Jonathan.
Oh, for Jonathan. I got a 22 for Leon. For Jonathan,
Okay.
let me roll that real quick. For Jonathan, I got a 17.
Okay. And what'd you have again, Patch? 11?
11.
Okay.
This sucks.
All right, Tomer, what'd you get for dexterity?
For dexterity, hold on. I did the athletics first. So for the
Okay.
athletics, I got a 15. Dexterity, I got a 7.
Okay, so what happens is, Patch, as the ship is pitching back and forth in the waves, Leon, you manage to maintain your feet and actually grab on to some of the rope rigging coming off of the sails, off of one of the masts. You grab onto it for support, and you manage to maintain your footing. Patch, as a wave kind of crashes over one side, the water flowing across the deck and the strange angle that the ship now takes as it moves into a trough causes you to be swept off your feet, and you slide along the deck with the water like a slip and slide and slam into one of the sides. Yeah. And yeah, and you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Holy shit, you took max. You took 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam into one of the sides of the ship, one of the kind of the rails. And it's the only thing that keeps you on board is that it's there. So it's almost a blessing and a curse that you hit it. Tomer.
6 damage without a crit fail.
Yeah, some of this, Tomer, is your fault as you try to maintain the wheel, but your footing goes out from beneath you. And being that you cannot maintain the heading that you wanted on the ship, it slips over the edge of a wave into a trough at a bad angle, which is what causes everyone, to experience this heavy change of direction of the ship as it, kind of swamps back and forth. At the same time as rain is pouring down, and all of a sudden, okay, I need, let's see, Leon, you're going to be 1-2, Pat, you're going to be 3-4, and Tomer, you're going to be 5-6.
Uh-oh.
Leon, I need you to make another dexterity save, please.
All right. That's going to be a 10.
Die.
Death. Destruction.
All right. So what'd you get? You said a 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you're standing there with the winds whipping about, the ship kind of pitching to and fro, and rain falling heavily, waves kind of crashing over the sides, a lightning bolt straight from above strikes the ship close enough to you that you take 12 points of lightning damage.
Yeah.
But as your vision clears from the bright light that exploded next to you, something is sticking up right in the wood of the deck where that lightning bolt struck. And all of you look around. The seas have calmed back down to where they were just minutes before. The wind isn't as
$32 billion
strong.
in cash.
Yeah, the wind isn't as strong. And the rain is back to a drizzle. It all happened quickly and then stopped. Before you, mere feet away in the deck, sticks a white hot glowing stick embedded in the wood.
Well, that's some weird weather.
Do we all see this?
You do now after it was right next to Leon, so he notices it first. But you all do eventually see, because it's glowing with like white hot energy, like, it was a lightning bolt itself.
Mm-hmm.
Leon,
Yeah.
are you okay?
Just a little ruffled.
Oh, God.
What's that thing next to you?
Some kind of stick.
All right. Give me a second. I'm going to tell the second in command to grab the helm.
Okay.
I'm going to go towards Leon and see what the hell that thing is.
Yeah, Patch is going to be rubbing his head walking up and go, oh, God, did you get hit by lightning or what? Leon's hair is sticking straight up.
He looks almost as fuzzy as you did.
Not quite.
So,
All right.
you go investigate this thing. What do? Do you pick it up? Do you look at it? What do you do?
I have a way of dealing with this. I'm going to use the hammer that I carry of Shimlo and use it to touch the lightning rod, see if it absorbs any of the electricity or anything like that.
Nope.
All right.
You touch it,
I think
just still seems to be glowing. It is
All right.
slowly fading, the brightness of it, but it is still there.
All right. I'm going to just take one for I will grab whatever the hell it is.
Okay.
What is it?
It's actually cold to the touch.
That's weird.
And it seems to be kind of stuck in the wood, but when you kind of pull it free, it literally looks like a stick, like kind of a stick shape, but it's got a little bit of an angular edge to it, almost like the shape of a lightning bolt, a little bit like the stylized lightning bolt.
Uh-huh.
And it's about 18 inches long or so, estimate. Doesn't feel very heavy, but it's comfortable in the hand. It's like holding a little stick.
I'm going to look at my two friends that are next to me and be like, I'm confused.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, this is kind of weird. What is that?
It's
some
some
kind
like
of fancy stick that flew out of the sky.
I don't know. I
look at the scorch marks around it. Is that what struck you?
Yeah, I probably.
What the?
um
Can I get down and examine it, taking a proper look at it? Just a fucking stick.
As far as you can tell.
I got it.
Magic? Hang on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you don't, we gotta find someone who does, because I feel like this is something magical.
I do have detect magic, but it is not on my spell list.
Damn it.
Didn't predict that this is going to be happening today. I mean, tomorrow I could do it if I take something else off. But
I have an idea. I'm gonna sit down where I currently am holding the weapon. I'm gonna take my hammer in my other hand, and I'm gonna do a quick prayer to Shimlo to see if they got any idea whatever the hell this thing
hey, yo,
is.
Shimlo, what the fuck's going on? What'd it do?
And I would be like, I don't know if this is a gift from you or from an outsource, but I've been trying to live through your light. I don't know if this is a message or nothing that is to deal with you.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Trying to get this to play nice. Of course it's not. Why would it want to play nice?
Joke's on you. It's a declaration of war from the Frost Giants.
Whoa.
The gods of thunder are not pleased.
Immediately, you see their fucking warship rolling up to the
It's just a battalion of ships that are in the sky. Oh, we're so screwed.
How long have those been there?
I would just be like, if you choose your lives, get off the ship.
Straight into the water.
Alright, come on. Slow computer. Alright. So, let's see here. Alright, Leon. Give me an Arcana check. As being partially proficient in Arcana, and at the mention of maybe it's
Ooh.
magic, you take a closer look at it.
I got a nat 20 for a total of 21.
That's my boy.
As you look closely at this thing, you see that there are. It's hard to see at first because of the glow on this thing. It's slowly fading, and that's why as that glow slowly fades, you're able to eventually make out that there are arcane marks all over this thing. And as you read through them and look through them, you go, oh shit. Guys, this is a wand of lightning bolts.
What?
So
What he said.
What is that doing out here?
I'm just going to be like, you know what? You're going to need that more than I am, so how about you keep that one?
To me or Patch?
To you.
Sure,
I don't
Patch
know.
doesn't?
I mean, one of you two is probably going to need it more than I am.
All right, I'm gonna hand it to Patch.
Oh,
All right.
well, all right, cool, thanks.
All right, so yeah, you're able
I'm
to
just
figure
looking
out
at it.
it is a wand of lightning bolt, which is pretty powerful item. I mean, you don't know all the specifics, but you do know that it does require attunement by someone who can cast spells. And as long
Hey,
as
that's me.
yeah, as long as they attune to it, then once they attune, they'll know all about it and how to activate it.
There you go. It was made for you, buddy.
Well, all right. I mean, that's cool. I mean, wand of light. I mean, what does it do? Just kind of shoot lightning bolts, and he holds it as a just like pew. Wonder how it works. I'll have to sit and ponder on this, aka attune. Can I even? Do I have? Oh yeah, I still do got a space. Look at that. Well, shit. What an interesting new thing I have.
Yeah, that's what you found, and you can go ahead and just add that. If you go to manage inventory and just look for a wand of lightning bolts, you can add that to your inventory.
Yeah, that demon's making me overpowered. Yeah, boy.
You're welcome for that roll.
All right. So that is That's what happens that day. The rest of the day remains kind of overcast and dreary and a bit miserable. But other than that, it's uneventful.
All right.
Next day comes around. Once again, your druid craft tells you miserable day at sea. Leon, it is your roll.
Wow.
This is the 7th day, or the last day of that week. Tomer, you estimate another week and a half of travel to get to the mainland.
Perfect.
79.
Oh, that's what
All right,
I
give
rolled
me a
76.
1d20.
Big money.
Money. Oh, 1.
A 1.
You got a 1. Oh, we're dead. We're so screwed.
You got a 1 on the 100?
No,
No,
the
1
D20.
D20.
Oh, okay. I was like, Jesus Christ. It's like a super nat one.
That's called the ultimate failure.
All
It's a
right.
nat 1 times 5.
As you guys are sailing through this just miserable weather, again, overcast, dark because of the clouds blocking out the sun, wind not super heavy, but enough so that it's helping the ship move through the water, but it's also causing a chill in your bones because you're getting wet whenever you're topside, and the wind is just kind of cutting right through and causing you to get cold. It's no fun being topside.
Okay.
The visibility is also not so good because of the rain and the wind. The sea itself is mildly rough, not really a problem for you guys. You've kind of dealt with the seas now for a little while, especially Tomer and the sea dragons or dragons of the sea don't have much issue with it. Leon, Patch, you might feel a little queasy because you've been dealing with this constant kind of abnormal back and forth movement of the ship now for a few days. But it's not really bad enough to make you sick. It's just unpleasant.
Yeah.
But Leon, you happen to be up on the deck. And as you're looking around, you think you see something behind you guys. Just for a moment. And then you can't tell if it was maybe a trick of the eyes or something actually there. It's hard to tell with this weather. You continue on. Give me a perception check.
Okie doke. 12.
Once again, you think you see something for a split second.
Knees.
But you can't really tell for sure. Are you seeing
gonna
things? Are you getting sick? Is this just from that? Or is there something actually there?
I'm gonna let Tomer and Patch know that I swear I see something occasionally. Not sure what.
Well, what kind of something? Like a
You don't know, yeah.
creature,
It's just
or
it's
what kind
something.
of thing are you thinking you're seeing?
I have no clue.
What made you say that?
I'm gonna
Did you see a
look
blur or
Can you
something
point the
in water?
direction out? All right,
Leon
I'm gonna
points
take.
pretty much almost directly behind you, but it's actually also a little bit to the starboard stern.
All right, I'm going to take out a spyglass and look in the direction that he's looking at to see if I can peek some more information out of whatever the hell he's looking at.
How long are you gonna look?
I'll look for a little bit because he keeps telling me that he saw it and then it went away and it came back. I'm gonna look for a little bit and let the second in command hold the steering of the ship.
Okay, give me perception with disadvantage.
Perception. Yeah. Oh, don't see shit, Captain. That's a 3.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, you didn't see anything.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
Leon,
They
give
think
me a
I'm
perception
crazy.
check.
I mean,
Say-
can I keep an
say-
eye out?
How long are you gonna be watching their patch?
If he tells me the direction that he saw things happening in, I'll probably take a look for like 15, 20 minutes just to see if I can see anything before I lose interest and go back to doing something else.
Okay, give me straight perception. Both you and Leon.
All right. First roll, which was really good. Second roll was not as good, but luckily I take the better, so 26.
Okay, Leon,
I got a 21.
right? Both of you see a flash of something there for a moment and gone. Leon, you don't
Patch
quite
does like
make
the
out what it
snap and
is.
point.
You
Like,
don't quite make out what it is, but Patch, it almost looked like that there was lightning in the distance, and it illuminated in the rain and the shadow that was out there for just a moment the silhouette of a ship.
ooh. The storm giants really are coming to get our asses. I think that might be a ship. I kind of just saw a brief outline of it when the lightning crossed the sky, but could be wrong.
I don't see shit.
It's pretty good. It was a good ways out, right?
You're not sure. It's hard to tell distance. Yeah,
It wasn't.
the weather's bad enough that it makes the there's enough motion of the waves and the rain and the wind to make it hard to tell. Now, if maybe someone who is, like practically a lifelong sailor saw where it was, they might be able to give you a better idea of distance. But for Patch and Leon, who are relatively new to the open ocean, you don't have the experience to be able to gauge that in this kind of weather.
Yeah, it might be a ship or something. Hard to say.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell whoever's in the Cronus to keep an eye out and make sure to call anything out they see.
Okay.
Hey, Patch, maybe you should repeat that wind trick you did the other day.
Oh, you mean with the gust of wind?
Mhm.
That only lasts for a minute, but I could certainly
Give it the old college try.
try if we think that might help. And I will do as Leon suggests and cast Gust of Wind for a level 2 slot.
Okay. So that gives you a little bit of an oomph for about a minute.
Yeah.
And 10 minutes go by, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and at the
Boy, I'm
30
getting a
minute
lot of
mark.
juice out of the spell.
Well, no, you're not. It doesn't. Not from that. That's done after a minute. That's done after a minute. But after 30 minutes,
Maybe it's
the
the
guy in the
wand of
crow's
Gust of
nest
Wind.
yells down to Tomer and says, "Ship approaching!" and
Man, they're
points
fast.
to the stern.
I'm going to look that way and see if they're friendly or enemy.
Okay. So do you just look or use your spyglass?
their
How are you
vibe.
doing?
I'm going to normally look. I'm not going to use the spyglass.
Okay, give me a perception check.
A 16.
Okay. Every once in a while, when the lightning goes, you can now see the outline of a ship. Patch and Leon, you also see this because you have seen it before. It seems closer than it was when you guys saw it because it looks bigger. Tomer, you estimate that this thing is only be only maybe 200 feet away.
Oh boy,
But-
they're gaining on us, aren't they?
But with the wind and the waves and everything, it just makes it hard to see, especially since it's so dark with the cloud cover. But at the same time, a ship that's 200 feet away, it shouldn't be that hard to see. Something's a little off to you.
I'm gonna tell the crew, man the guns, prepare just in case. We don't know if they're friendly or foe. Just be ready for anything.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything at this time?
Nah, I'm
Yeah,
just kind of
patch.
keeping an eye on them.
Okay.
Leon's just gonna have his weapon ready.
Okay. After about another 10 minutes, now you no longer need lightning playing in the clouds to give you enough light to see. And this is a scary sight. As you look upon a familiar looking ship.
The ghost ship. Ooh.
The Frost and the Storm Giants have formed an alliance and are both coming to get us.
Oh, we're so screwed.
No, it is. You're pretty sure that is the same ship that you saw before.
Oh, the root ship?
Yes. But now it has sails hanging from its mast. Tattered though they may be, they seem to actually be full of the wind and driving the ship forward, which is almost impossible with how damaged these sails look. But they're doing it. You also can clearly now see on the deck of the ship,
It's a ghost ship.
slightly outlined in kind of a faint glowing light, are several figures. And at the helm of the ship, a very large figure, slightly glowing around the edges of it, as if illuminated by the storm itself. And it is gaining on you.
Oh, that's kind of spooky. You guys seeing this? Or
Is
do I
this-
got cabin fever?
No, you're not. You're seeing what we're seeing. What was that big guy's name that you guys fought on the ship when the battle happened? When we
That
fought?
It's been like a year. I don't remember.
Because I'm pretty sure that dude looks a lot like him.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm for sure gonna say, men, prepare for a fight. We don't know what's coming.
Can I roll a knowledge check to see if Patch remembers that?
Sure.
Let's see, was that history? Either way, it's just a +1. Please, 15.
A 15?
Yeah, since I my real life me can't remember. I figured that'd be fair to roll that since it's been a while in game as well.
Yeah, no, your real life you might not remember, but your character remembers. Yeah, that. Wait a minute, that was. Didn't we see a ghost ship like a few weeks back? And there was a dude on it?
Oh wait, hang on.
Oh,
You're talking about the
my.
one that we just saw in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were talking about the ship with the roof. Oh wait, okay.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
All right.
See, I told you we should have helped him.
Yeah, no, we weren't gonna get bad juju. No.
Well, here's your bad juju, Captain.
Well, it's your fault for trying to make friends with him.
You don't mess with ghosts. I'm still with Tomer on this one.
That's what I'm saying. It's two
We
against
didn't
one.
mess
Suck
with him,
it,
and now they're coming
rabbit
to kill
boy.
us. Well, we
Well-
could have saved him.
That's their problem. And also
I
now
feel
our
like it's
problem.
ours.
From this distance, DM, does it look like the ship is hostile or it's just trying to gain on us?
closing the gap, baby.
Give me an insight check.
Okay, insight check.
You know what? I will allow you to do that with advantage because of your time on the sea and you know the tactics on how a ship approaches.
You're
Okay.
reading his vibe.
Okay.
So I got an unnatural 20.
Yeah, dirty 20. Yeah, it's the way this ship is approaching, the way it's tracking you and its movements. It looks like they are looking to board. Because this is the same kind of tactics you guys used to use. Is
All right.
like when the lead ship starts moving this way to try to avoid, there's certain tactics that you would take to cut them off, prevent from being in their line of fire from their cannons, and still approach.
Okay. I'm going to
They're
yell
doing the
out
same shit.
as fast as I can. Men, we're going to get boarded. Please prepare yourselves for battle. I want all gunmen ready to go. The cannons fired up with powder and keg and cannonballs. Please make sure you're secured. Get to your stations now.
And the sailors are all like, "The fuck do you mean powder and keg?"
Powder doesn't exist in this world.
Yeah.
Well, whatever you used to fire the cannons.
Get to the
Charges.
thermonuclear cannons.
They're charges. No, think of it like this. You basically have effectively it's like a glass vial with a stopper in it. But what it is it's an arcane energy charge that you basically drop this into a hole in the top of this cannon, and then you basically hit the top of it, hit the stopper, which breaks the glass, which releases the charge behind the cannonball and acts like an explosive force to propel it out.
All right. I'm going to look at Patch and be like, well, thanks to you, your buddy's coming back.
Thanks to me. All right, you're the one that abandoned him. He's probably coming back to get revenge.
Really? Or
I
he
wanted to
convinced
help
his
him.
captain to come after it. You can't take a ghost off their ship. It's not allowed.
Well, I guess you'll find out if that's right or wrong when he boards your ship.
Yeah, and I'll give you in 3 seconds. Take the rabbit. We'll keep the ship.
And while you guys are arguing, you have 1 round left before they get within boarding range. What do you do? Going around the table?
I'm gonna try to
Don't worry,
do-
everyone. The captain says they can't leave their ship.
I'm going to do some maneuvers to try to get away so that we're in better range. If they're coming towards us to board, I don't know if I should just fire or just frickin'. Oh God.
I want to get. Go on, sorry.
What if it's that creature that killed that first crew? So he went back after we beat his ass, picked up that crew, and now is chasing us. I promise you that's it.
Don't worry, a very reliable source told me that it can't leave their ship.
All right. Someone put the rabbit in the brig.
Don't worry, I'll see myself there and patch walks below deck.
All right, one less nuisance to worry about.
All right.
I'd like to get as close as possible to 60 feet within the to like the one of their masts. Am I able to get
their masts
within 60 feet of one of their?
further? Are you flying?
No. I'm just trying to get as close as I can on our ship to one of their masts.
They're still like 100
You'll have
feet
to wait
out.
until their ship actually gets into boarding range. Then.
Okay.
You got 1 turn until that happens.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna get close.
I'm gonna tell everybody to prepare. I'm gonna tell my second in command, go grab the rabbit. And yeah, I'm just gonna wait to see how they react.
Okay, Patch, what are you doing?
Just chilling below deck, waiting for the consequences of his actions to.
Okay. In that case, what happens at this point is as their ship approaches the stern of the Alabaster Dragon, you all of a sudden hear boom, 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 and what looks like 4 front-mounted cannons fire off of this ship, and you hear the paying out of chain as 4 harpoons fly towards the rear of the Alabaster Dragon, slam into it, and lock in. The chains then begin being pulled in, and you hear the click, as the chains are being drawn back through, and their ship is coming up on yours. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Okie dokie.
Come on, better roll.
Damn.
Wow. Somehow I got worse than last time.
And for Jonathan as well, please.
Right.
No, I'm not trying to roll that dice. Jesus. God.
All right. I got 11 for Leon and 15 for Jonathan.
All right.
I got a
Okay.
7.
Yep. Got you all right there. Okay, so as the chains lock in and pull you close, the bow of this ghost ship butts right up into the stern of yours. And you see at the helm of this ship, its captain raise up and go, "Take them!" And that's his turn as it now moves to Jonathan.
Oh, shit.
All right. Jonathan is just going to move up alongside Leon towards the back of the ship and use the dodge action.
Okay. Leon, you're next.
All right. So Leon, is he within 60 feet of these harpoons?
Oh yes.
All right. He is going to.
You're like, if you're on the back of the ship, I mean they're literally. If you think of it this way, I wish I could have Tailspire working right now so I could show you your ship. But basically, if you're on the back of the ship, there are 2 harpoons, probably about 10 to 15 feet down from where you're standing on the deck, embedded into the ship. Basically, going through the captain's quarters.
Oh,
Okay.
So you're going to have some two new windows, basically.
God.
And then 2 of them are further down, but also into the ship.
Are 2 of them the first 2 you described? Are they within 20 feet of each other?
Yes.
Okay. Leon is going to cast 3rd level Shatter on those 2 harpoons there.
Ooh.
Nice move. Nice
Specifically on the chains.
Okay.
So that is going to
Give
be.
me a damage roll.
That is going to be a 19 points of thunder damage.
19 points of thunder damage. All right, hold on. Let me check on something real quick.
Dear Google.
Dear Google, my bard just cast Shatter on the harpoon chains of the ship pursuing them.
What's
What
the
do I do?
fastest way to kill him?
What's the fastest way to kill him?
With 19 points of thunder damage to these chains, those 2 top ones that you're able to get to, they shatter right where they're connected to the harpoons. And now there's 2 harpoons, big harpoons, still sticking into the back of the ship, but the chains fall away.
All right.
There's still 2 others lower down.
Yep. Gotta get rid of those when I can.
That was a very good move. Good move.
All right. That is going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. Now the, well, I don't know if you'd call it the fun part, but it's the fun part. As you see there are 8 of these ghostly figures up on deck, not counting their captain. You don't see the one guy from before. What you see is they're humanoid in appearance, but they look ghastly. They are clearly some form of spirit, of undead. They're gaunt looking. They are semi-transparent as you look at them, but they have some kind of almost a glow like from the ethereal plane about them, and they look slightly disfigured. Nothing too grotesque, but off from normal. And they all start kind of floating towards you.
Floating?
Yes, it's like they're walking, but they're not. It's almost kind of gliding.
Huh. They're technically not walking onto the ship, are they, bunny boy?
They're leaving their ship, you orangutan. You never said, oh, they can't walk onto the ship,
Right.
leaving room for technicality. You're like, they can't leave their ship.
Now, 4 of them were kind of up front, and those 4 will be able to make it onto the back of the Alabaster Dragon. The other 4 are further back and have to move their way up. Even double moving, they just get to the front of their ship. But these first 4, they were up there and ready. So those first 4 go after the people that are right there, which is Jonathan and Leon. And Tomer, if you were up steering the ship in the back right there, guess what? You're back there too, as well as your other helmsman that you have that works with you.
Yep.
So there are 4 of you there, and there are 4 of them. So they are just going to pair up. Okay. So Jonathan, one of them takes a swing at him.
All right.
And that is going to be, I don't think an 8 is going to hit.
No, definitely not.
Leon. Yeah, you're not going to get missed by a nat 20.
Definitely not.
Yeah, that's really not good for you. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con saving throw. Ooh, that's a 7.
7, that's not good.
Leon was in for a bad time.
Swear to God, if it's fucking poison, I'm gonna lose it.
So
I'm
you
gonna
take
freak
20.
out.
You take 23 points of necrotic damage,
Mm.
and your
Oh.
maximum HP is also reduced by 23 HP.
Thanks, that's fun.
As this thing reaches out, and its hand reaches into you and seems to pull your life essence out of you. Tomer.
Yeah.
Does a 15 hit you?
Nope.
You're lucky. And okay, so I'm pretty sure even a just standard guy is not gonna get hit by a 10, because you guys are pirates, so you actually have higher than a 10 AC.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys were lucky that round.
I wouldn't say I was very lucky that round.
You weren't, but the rest of you were. Patch, you are up.
So am I still like coming up from below deck right now?
You were. He sent someone to get you, so you are on the deck of the ship, but you are not right at the stern. You're going to have to take your movement to get back there.
Is that within my movement?
Yeah, that's within your movement, but you're basically gonna. You're probably going to be about 15 to 20
right now.
You're probably going to be about 15 to 20 feet away from the guys that are right in melee with each other right now.
All right.
But you're going to be on the same level. You'll be able to get up onto the stern of the ship, but like I said, 15, 20
Can
feet
I
away.
reach the one that just hit Leon
You know what? Sure, why not?
with my movement and then Thorn Whip?
Yeah, with Thorner, yeah, you could.
So I'm gonna get as close as I can, or at the 30 feet range of that, and I'm going to Thorn Whip it.
Yeah,
Try
you're
to
you're
rip it
definitely
off
within
of
range of the Thorn Whip.
him. Does a 16 hit?
Hold on one second. I believe it does, but let me double check. Yes, it does, definitely.
All right. Come on, damage. Wow, that sucks. 4, and he gets pulled 10 feet closer to me.
4 point. What kind of damage?
Uh, magic piercing.
Okay.
It's not.
Good.
It's not labeled magic piercing, but it is a magic attack that does
Yeah,
piercing
exactly.
damage.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. Okay. And then it is. Do they get a save?
No. If it hits, it just pulls 10 feet closer to me, and
Okay.
then I'm going to use my bonus action to wild shape into
Patch Bear.
a bear. Yeah.
Patch Bear it is. All right. We got Patch Bear and the amazing shipmates.
Do you have a tail spire open right now?
No, it's still down.
I have ish Tailspire ish open. I don't have it open on with a DMN account so that I can actually do anything with it because my computer says right now. So unfortunately, because I'm trying to fix everything. So fixing everything requires breaking everything in order to fix it. So anyway, so that is your turn. It is now Tomer's turn.
Bonus action, transform.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my voice and yell at the other captain and say, "You measly piece of worthless scum! Declare yourself a captain. Come and challenge me." And I point the hammer straight at him.
Okay. And is that all for your turn?
Yes, I'm going to hold my action.
Okay. So what is the trigger for holding your action?
If
And
the captain
what specific action are you holding?
I'm gonna swing the hammer at either at the captain or the next creature that tries to come after me.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
That's the main goal.
All right. Good to know. Hearing that, it is now the captain's turn. And his ass double moves, and he is now right in your face.
Oh, I'm swinging the hammer straight at his face.
You get to swing. Go for
it. 12 probably doesn't hit.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Quaint.
That's 11 damage on the first hit.
What kind of damage?
It's the magical Ajax's Wrath hammer. Okay. So it's the magical two-handed hammer. Mm-hmm. And then, hold on, I can't read the freaking deck. Yeah, nope, doesn't. Second one doesn't hit. It's an 8.
What was the damage again?
It was. Hold on,
I can tell you. Hold on, let me see.
It was 14 damage. No, 12 damage. 12 damage.
All right.
And then I missed on the second one because I only rolled an 8.
Okay, good to know.
Yep.
All right,
and that's it for me.
Turn. Jonathan.
All right. Jonathan is going to use the help action on Big Captain Man. And then he's going to use his coordinated strike feature. Or rather, no, he's going to throw one of his daggers at said captain using his action. That'll be a +8 to hit. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah, that does.
All right, so he's going to deal a total of and then he's also getting. Well, before I say that, he's getting the additional 2d6 because he used the help action. So he's going to deal a total of 11 non-magical piercing.
Okay. And that's his turn. It is now yours.
All right. Are the last two chains within 20 feet of each other?
Yes, but they are also further down. They're probably about. They're close to the water line, so I'd say they're probably about 35 to 40 feet away from you.
I can reach that. Shatter has a range of 60 feet. So I'm casting Shatter
Okay, then,
again.
yeah.
And this time I got 18 points of thunder damage.
That's enough for them to. Those break free. Now, this ghost ship, as you are moving forward, no one at the helm of it, it's kind of keeping pace with you, but it's slowly falling behind because it is not directly attached to you anymore. So
Exactly.
it's there, but it's getting just, like basically like if you counted to 10, it probably would be, like a foot per second difference, so it's not super fast changing difference, but it is okay,
Yeah. And now with all the other spectral ghost members and the ghost captain on our ship, it's all like, I'm not locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me.
All right, you say that.
That'll no, I don't
Anything
actually
else?
say that, but that'll be the end of
All right.
Leon's turn.
Okay. Yeah, that might be. All right, it is their turn. Once again, there are 4 of them that are right up on you guys. And once again, they're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 for those first 4. Okay, so... Oh, wait. No, he's not taking the dodge action right now. So does a 19 hit your boy Jonathan?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Does
Get
a
him back home to his
hit
wife.
you?
A 16 just hits me.
Okay. Ooh. Tomer, how about a 23?
Ugh.
Yeah. Even though my AC is 18 right now, but yeah, that hits.
Okay. And Patch, you just got a nat 20 on you.
Well,
Motherfuck. I'm rolling really ouchy.
so be it. I mean, Bear's AC is pretty low, so yeah, that hits.
Yeah. All right, so Jonathan takes 10 points of necrotic damage, and I need a con save.
All right.
Come on, Jonathan.
Come on, Jonathan.
We got to get you home to your wife.
Oh, he got a 3.
Oh, he dead. Oh, no.
So he takes 10 points of damage, like I said, and 10 points come off his hit point maximum.
All right.
Leon.
Temporary max 30. Okay, go on.
Leon, you also take 10 points of necrotic damage, and I need a con save. If you get 10 or higher, you're fine. If you get less than 10, that also comes off your hit point maximum.
Fuck!
Sucks.
7.
So that comes off your hit point maximum as well.
I'm at like half my max HP is now my max HP.
Tomer,
Ugh.
you take 8 points of necrotic damage, and I need a con save.
Okay. That's a nat 20 plus 2.
Okay, so that doesn't come off your hit point maximum, but you do still take the 8 points of necrotic damage.
Yep.
And Patch.
Yeah,
I need a
let's
con
see that max
save.
damage.
I need a con save.
I don't take the. Okay, let's see. Constitution. Oh, but this is the Bear's con.
This is the bear, which should be pretty decent.
So
actually.
I get a +3 instead of a +2.
Yeah,
There's it is.
That'll help. I hope.
Do they have a? No, it wouldn't be their proficient. Anyway, add one more to this. Well, it doesn't matter. That's a 7. But it's the
Oh.
bear's health. Does it come off of my
Winning.
health or the bear's?
No, it comes off the bears. 21 points of necrotic comes off the bears with
Yikes.
maximum as well.
Holy ouch.
Well, you got crit. I mean, you rolled a 20, so.
Yeah, that's how it be. How much did I
Alright.
take total?
You 21. 21 points of damage, and that comes off of their maximum.
That is literally half the HP of the bear. All right,
Okay.
cool.
So that is those 4. The other 4 are now able to make it off of their ship over to you guys. Because they can just kind of float over there. The only problem is... Okay, so these guys, you see them as they are floating across. They go down underneath to the deck below you.
Oh, shit.
Hmm.
And it is now Patch's turn.
All right, well, the one that hit me, is it in melee range?
Yep.
All right, well, I'm going to take some swings back at it.
Okay.
Let's see, I'm going to do... First, I'm going to start with the claws. So... Oh, that was so close to a nat 20. Fuck that. Plus 9. All right, yeah, that's 9 to hit.
That's 9 total to hit?
Yep.
Nope, that does not hit.
All right, well, here's the bite. Okay, well, that's a 19.
That hits.
It's always the low damage one that fucking hits.
It's always the bite that always hits, never the claws.
I'm gonna start changing the order. All right, let's see. Wow, and almost minimum damage. That's cool. I didn't feel like living this encounter anyway. 7 damage.
7 damage, and that is just slashing damage from the claws?
No, I wish that was the claws. No, that is the
Oh, it's a bite, so
piercing from the
piercing
bite.
damage.
But it
All right.
counts as magic for overcoming resistances,
Good to know.
for whatever that's worth.
That's worth a lot, because otherwise it'd be half. All right, so that's your turn.
Yep.
Unless you have anything else you can do.
You know what? I will bonus action a level 1. Oh, no, that's my max health. Never mind.
Okay. So, Tomer, you're up.
All right, bonus action. Hold on. I take 4 damage. And I'm going to activate Crimson Right. I will imbue the hammer with... Let's do cold damage.
Okay.
And I'll swing at the captain that's in front of me.
Okay.
13 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So 12 plus... 17 points of damage on the first swing.
Okay, and what kind of damage is that?
It's all magical.
Okay,
Magical
but what
blunt.
kind?
Magical.
So you said you imbued it with cold. What portion
Yeah,
of
on
that
the
is
hammer.
cold damage?
The 5 extra damage is cold damage. So 12
Okay.
is normal with the magic hammer, 5 is the extra cold damage.
Okay.
And then...
Give me a perception
Oh.
check.
Alright, let me make a perception check.
Yeah, that second
Roger.
roll hit, by the way.
Yeah, no, just... 21 for perception.
Doesn't look like any of that cold damage did anything to him.
Okay,
A mew.
that's fine. So I'll do the damage for the second hit. It's 14 points of damage, and then the cold, it really doesn't matter, because it probably won't do much. 6 points of cold. I love it how the cold is the biggest damage that I rolled, and it doesn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I will stay where I'm at.
Okay. And okay. So the captain, this ghost, flows into your space, into you, and I need a charisma save from you, Tomer.
Oh,
A
shit.
charisma save. First one of the campaign.
I am not very charismatic.
I think you are.
That's a 14.
It tries to enter you.
Ew.
And,
Ooh.
and
Spicy.
possess you, but you shake it off. But as it has tried to move into your space, you still end up taking 10 points of force damage as it tries to end its turn inside your space.
Thank you for wording it that way. And
oh,
that's
wait, no.
the way it
Nope.
helps.
Yeah. Actually, no, I got that wrong. It would take that if it ended. No, that's an object. So never mind. So disregard that. But it tries to possess you, and you manage to fight it off somehow.
Yeah.
You just barely got that, by the way.
Thank God, because if they had to fight me, oh shit.
Mm-hmm. That would not have been fun for them.
Oh yeah.
It's Jonathan's turn now.
All right. So Johnny Boy is going to attack. Let me make sure here. He's got cunning action, so no, he can't do that. He's just going to use the help action on what the captain with his helpful feature, and then action to dodge.
Okay.
And that'll be
that's
his
his turn. It is now your turn.
All right. How many of these guys can I get in the area of effect of a 10-foot radius spell without hitting my own teammates?
Without hitting your own teammates, you probably get 2 of them.
2? Okay. That's not worth it. I will just go and attack them with my Mithrantine Rapier then. So I'm going to go
specifically
smack.
are you attacking?
The one closest to me.
Okay.
That'd just be one of the random guys, right?
Yep.
All right. So dirty 20. I'm assuming that hits.
Yes, it does.
All right. This is magical, and I'm going to go ahead and expend Blade Flourish. So he'll take 16 points of piercing damage, and 4 of that becomes my and 4 of that becomes my AC, bringing my AC up to 20 until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
And then I go for a second attack on him.
Okay.
And 21 hits. So he is going to take 9 more points of piercing damage.
And that one, as you hit it with your second attack, it shrieks out and its body seems to almost evaporate into nothingness in front of you.
Let's go.
One down.
And that's your turn. Okay. We still have 1 on Patch, 1 on Jonathan, and 1 on Tomer, and then the 4 that have gone down below. So for those 3 that are up there with you, you see, it giveth and it taketh away. On Jonathan and Patch, yeah, 7s don't hit.
They do not.
But an 18 on the die It's going to hit you, Tomer.
God, it just matches it. God damn it.
Well, on the die was an 18.
Yeah, plus his modifier.
Oh,
Plus his
even
modifier.
then, good.
I need another con save from you.
Oh, God. That's a 12.
That'll make it. So you just take 12 points of necrotic damage. You do not take any from your max. So that is them. You guys hear some shrieking from down below you. You're not sure.
Ghost?
You're not sure if it's ghosts or crew members because there's a lot of noise going on down there. Patch, it is your turn.
All right, I got to dispatch this one in front of me. And that's right. So I'm just gonna roll a swing. I'm gonna do my bite first.
Okay, you're gonna change it up. All right.
Yeah, that's it. I miss. Now I'm gonna do the claws. Yeah, get fucked, ghost. I know how it works now. 17 to hit.
Yeah, that
Nice.
is. You figured it out.
I got your number now, assholes. All right, come on, give me something that isn't ones. All right. That is a 9 plus 14 damage.
14 damage as Patch Bear pounces with his claws, tears through the specter that is on you, and it just like shreds apart into nothingness. 2 down.
Perfect. So I'm going to use my movement to rush below deck.
Okay.
Assuming I fit. Do I fit as a bear? It's a big ship.
It is a big ship. You can fit.
So I'm going to start rushing down there and use whatever movement I can to get there.
All right. Yeah, you can basically get halfway down the stairs. So because you have to come off of the stern where you've got the helm and everything, go downstairs and then turn. It's
Can
a little bit of a
anything?
distance. Not yet.
Fair
But
enough.
you can definitely
I have my
hear it.
turn.
Yep. Tomer.
All right, I'm gonna do the stupid play. What am I gonna do with that? Yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna do this. I take 2 more points of damage, and I'm gonna switch the damage that's the magical to let's go with lightning. And then I'm gonna swing twice on the captain again.
Okay.
I keep getting 19s, but no nat 20s. Come on, man.
Right.
It's better than missing.
Wow,
that's
Oscar, and hitting isn't good enough.
7 magic hammer damage, and then 5 lightning damage.
Hey, Tomer.
Yeah.
Show me what you got.
Yes! I'm going to grab him by his coat or whatever, and I'm going to take the hammer and just whack-a-mole him. Like I'm just beating the shit out of a freaking evil creature or spirit. Just freaking just ding, 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 ding.
Okay. Leon, as you're standing there, you stab your rapier through the one that's in front of you, and it dissipates. You hear Patch roar behind you, roar, claws, and another one almost trounces to dust. And then you see Tomer reach out and grab the collar of this ghostly captain before him and just pound him straight down in like he's a fucking railroad spike. Like pounding him straight down into the deck. And as he does it, just it's like puffs of smoke come off of this thing until literally Tomer is hitting the deck of the ship.
Punches a hole through the ship.
Nothing in his hands, and just like vapor. This thing is gone. And you, all of you, even you, Patch, going halfway down the stairs, hear this.
I heard it from the other room, but your mic peaked and none of it picked.
Yeah.
You also notice.
What did it go?
He just went.
You also notice the 2 specters that are still there in front of you. Their visage shifts from ghastly and nasty appearing into that of looking like a semi-transparent person wearing what looks like typical sailor clothes, albeit a bit ratty. And in fact, one of the two that are there looks like the man that you saw before on the ship. You also hear the screaming and stuff from below decks has stopped. That's Tomer's turn. Top of the round, the captain is gone. It is Jonathan's turn.
Jonathan is going to roll insight, which is intelligence, to see if it looks like the ghosts are hostile anymore, now that the captain's gone.
Okay, roll it.
That's 14.
14. You notice Jonathan kind of lowers his guard a little bit.
All right. With that, Jonathan is actually...
Turn.
Well, no, I'm going to have Jonathan take the disengage action as a bonus action and move away.
Okay.
Leon's going to notice this. He's going to do the same, disengage, and then move away.
Okay. And that's your turn?
Yep.
Okay, at this point, the one that looks familiar looks at you, Leon, and at you, Tomer. For a second, says, You freed us. We're free. We're free. And at that point, we are out of initiative as the sky itself the clouds seem to slowly but surely part. Sun starts coming through, and these ghostly figures kind of dissipate and almost seem to rise up into the sky. The encounter is no more. They are gone. The ghost ship also fades away into nothingness. The harpoons that were in your ship disappear. The holes remain, but the harpoons are gone. It's almost as if none of it happened, except you know it did. The damage is still there. It is evident. The wounds you took are still there. But everything else is gone. And that is where we are going to leave off tonight.
Nice.
All right.
All right, so you guys have gotten through a week's journey. Only have about a week and a half left or so before Tomer's ship, the Alabaster Dragon, drops Leon and Patch off on the shores so that they can start making their way on foot, horse, or carriage, whatever they desire, up to Ravensbarrow and what adventures await them there. And who knows who else may be joining them at that time. But that is it for us tonight. We hope you guys had a good time. We hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed the game. And we look forward to seeing you next week, Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Who knows? Depending on the schedule, maybe we'll be in person, maybe not. But we'll see. And hopefully we'll see you there. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.